Hey everyone, it's Sharon from Sharon at Sea, and today we are here to take on another cruise port with some hotel recommendations. So this week we are going to talk about the Big Easy, the Port of New Orleans. So stay tuned. All right, my first hotel I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite hotels to stay at, and that is the Embassy Suites. And it is right there. It's a great location. It is right next to the cruise port. It is by the convention center in the warehouse district. It is actually walking distance to the cruise port. If you don't have too much luggage to tote along there, then you can easily just walk it right over to the port in the morning. It is just minutes from the outlet collection of Riverwalk and the Mercedes Superdome. It is close to the French Quarter, although you may want to grab an Uber or a taxi to the French Quarter just because, you know, after a few drinks and things, you may not want to walk it back. So anyways, let's see. They have 2 and 3 room rooms there. They have the separate, living and bedrooms there at the most, like the Embassy Suites do. There's 2 TVs. There's one in the living area and one in the bedroom. They have microwaves, fridges, and my favorite thing is they have the complimentary breakfast. They have a really good complimentary hot breakfast with made to order omelets and things like that, and the evening reception. I love the evening receptions at Embassy Suites. You get some free drinks and your snacks and all that, so that's a good bonus to your stay there. So they do not offer self-parking. They do have valet parking for $42 a day, which, yeah, it's a little pricey. So if you are driving in, you can park there that night, but you will need to move on over to the port and park for the rest of your stay if you're driving. Let's see, they have a business center, so you can take care of all of your travel documents that you need to print out if you haven't done so already, which you should have, but it's there if you need it. Let's see, they have coin laundry, they have a fitness center, a nice pool, and they even offer room service. So there you go. It's right there on Julia Street, right by the convention center and the cruise port, the Embassy Suites. Next up, I'm going to talk about a hotel that is just right there next to the Embassy Suites. And this is one that some of our good friends have stayed at, and they rave about it. So Marty, if you're out there, I'm talking about your hotel here. And that is the Courtyard by Marriott. And it's downtown there, right by the convention center as well. They say if you stay at the Courtyard, you'll be centrally located in New Orleans, steps away from everything. So anyways, it is also right there by the Riverwalk. There is also a children's museum there within walking distance of the National World War II Museum and the St. Patrick's Church. All those are right there fairly close. And once again, you will need to probably take an Uber or a cab to the French Quarter. And it is there, right there in the warehouse district. It has like a rustic kind of a theme inside, and kind of modern as well. Kind of a weird blend of rustic and modern, you might say. Let's see. It is, again, walking distance to the port. Now it is, along with the Embassy Suites that I just mentioned, the airport is probably about 15 miles away, I believe, right in that range. And usually a cab ride for 2 will run you about $36 to get to the hotel. And I'm not sure in an Uber, as you know, Ubers, the prices can vary. So you may be able to grab an Uber a little bit less than the cab. So a few things that this hotel offers is they have a 24-hour business center. They have an ATM on site. They do have dry cleaning, laundry services. There is a fitness center, free Wi-Fi, which I forgot to mention at the Embassy Suites. You also get free Wi-Fi. They have newspapers in the lobby. They have gift shops. Let's see. They do offer some long-term parking there for a surcharge. So you can leave your car there for the week, but they are going to charge you for it. And you'll have to call the hotel to find out the price, because prices can vary depending on time of year. They have an outdoor pool. They have a restaurant on site. They offer safety deposit boxes. And they have a little, like a snack bar and deli area. And the restaurant on site is called the Bistro, and they actually serve breakfast and dinner. So they also offer specialty coffees, there, and they use Starbucks products. So there you go. There's a few little facts about the Courtyard by Marriott. And like I said, it's right there by the convention center in the warehouse district as well, within walking distance to the cruise port. Right, another hotel I'm going to talk about is one that is a couple blocks away from the convention center area there, but it's very close, and that is the Springhill Suites by Marriott. I haven't stayed at this particular one, but I have stayed at Springhill Suites in the past, and they are very nice. It's a little more budget friendly, but it's always had great amenities there. So here's a few things they offer. They've recently renovated this hotel as well. So they have like two-room suites with 47-inch flat screen TVs. They offer free Wi-Fi. There's a sundry convenience store on site for snacks. They have a business center, fitness center, outdoor pool, and they have a really nice breakfast buffet. Actually, our son loves the breakfast buffet at the Springhill Suites. That's one of his favorite, because his favorite thing to have is the waffles, where you make your own waffles, and they really offer a lot of neat things at Springhill Suites. They have the whipped cream out there, the sprinkles. They have like all this stuff, to put on your waffles. So it's kind of fancy for that. So he really loves that. Anyways, so they do have a good breakfast. Once again, they do not offer self-parking, but they do offer valet parking, and it's only $19 a day here. What a bargain. That is a bargain for New Orleans. Let's see, one nice thing they do have is they do have a shuttle to the port, and they will shuttle you anywhere within a 2-mile radius in the area, although it will cost you $5 to $7, I guess, depending on where you go. So, but they do offer that anyways. So there you go. There's a few things about the Springhill Suites by Marriott. It's another great choice to stay close to the port in New Orleans. Another one I'm going to talk about is the Holiday Inn downtown Superdome. It is an IHG brand hotel, so any of you that like to stay at those brand hotels to get some points, here is one. Holiday Inn in the past has been a little more budget friendly. It's not quite as budget friendly as it used to be, though. Although they're kind of stepping up their game with their amenities. It's a pretty decent place to stay nowadays. It is about 15 miles from the airport as well. It is about 2 miles from the cruise port. You will need to take a taxi, a cab, or a Uber there. It's conveniently located to many things all around. It has a nice local flair to the decor. Let's see. It has all the usual things like the fitness center, business center. It has a nice outdoor heated pool, free Wi-Fi, guest laundry services, and an ATM on site as well. There is a restaurant there called the Streetcar Restaurant, and it offers an American menu with a New Orleans kind of flair, some of their favorites. They will serve you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they also will offer room service as well. Up to 4 kids, here you go, up to 4 kids, 11 and under, can eat free any time of the day in the restaurant, as long as you're staying there. As long as you're a paid customer staying at the hotel. Let's see. They also have a bar and lounge in there called the Clarinet, and they will offer happy hour specials and things between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. All right, they also offer a park and cruise option, which is kind of cool. It includes 7 nights of parking, and along with your stay, and the charge kind of depends on what time of year it is. So you'll have to call for prices and availability on that. But they do offer a park and cruise option, which is really cool. And if you just need to park for the night and then you plan to park at the cruise port the next day, it is $30 a night to park there. They have a self-parking covered garage that's attached to the hotel there. So there you go. There's an option for a park and cruise at the Holiday Inn, New Orleans. Next up, the good old Hampton Inn. And this is right in the heart of everything. If you want to be in the French Quarter, the heart of everything, this is the place for you. All right, it is about 2 blocks from Bourbon Street. It's, like I said, walking distance to pretty all the fun attractions there. The Superdome, the Smoothie King Center, Garden District, the aquarium, the shopping at the Riverwalk Outlet Mall, the French Market, everything. It's right there. So they do not offer a cruise port shuttle though, so you will need to take an Uber or a cab there. It is probably about a mile away, and a cab ride will cost you about $14, although you may be able to pick up an Uber for less. Just depends on the time you're going. Let's see, it is, as far as airport transportation, and this kind of will relate to most of the hotels, because all the hotels I'm talking about really are not that far from each other. They're just within a couple miles. But anyways, the airport, they do offer an airport shuttle for $24 per person to get down to that area, and a cab is usually about $26, I think, or so for 2. It's going to cost you a lot more if you go with the airport shuttle. So you're probably going to want to grab your own transportation to get down that way by the port. So anyways, this hotel is newly renovated, this location. This is the location right there on, it's the Carondelet Street. There are a couple, I'm looking because there are 2 Hampton Inns right down there in the French Quarter. So this is the one on Carondelet Street. Okay, so let's see, they offer a nice buffet breakfast. They have free Wi-Fi, a fitness center, a business center. They also offer something kind of cool, a manager special in the evening. It's not alcoholic drinks, but it is tea and cheese reception from 5 to 7, which is kind of cool. It's a nice treat. You can have a little snack before heading out for the evening. Drink your tea and get pumped, get all the caffeine in you to go out and have a few drinks. You can stay up later at night. Let's see, they also have a nice area set up in the lobby, usually with some beverages like water, maybe sometimes they have lemonade, usually coffee, tea, things like that, just out there for, if you want something to drink. They have a snack shop on site. There's an ATM machine there, although I will warn you, it does charge $3.50 per usage, extra charge tacked on to museum, but which a lot of those machines in hotels do charge you extra. They just don't say that until you get in there using them, and then it'll ask you if you let you know then. Anyways, so there is no self-parking, although they do have valet parking available for $39 a day. Whew, that's expensive. So you will have to park at the port if you're driving in. So there you go. There's a little info on the Hampton Inn right there in the heart of the French Quarter. All right, and lastly, I'm going to talk about this one only because it does offer a park and cruise. There's not very many hotels in New Orleans that offer the park and cruise. So this was one of them. It's a little more upscale, but it is right in the heart of the French Quarter there. And like I said, they offer a park and cruise. So the Wyndham French Quarter. So this, they do have a restaurant right there on site called Deuce McAllister's Old Saints Kitchen and Tap, where you can grab a bite to eat. You can have just a snack, a full meal, drinks. The food I've been told is very good there. They also have in-room dining, room service. Let's see. They offer free Wi-Fi. That you get 2 complimentary bottles of water. They have the flat screen TVs. They have some nice beds. They do have some nice beds there, and they offer the usual, the business center, fitness center. Let's see, basically all those ironing services, your ironing board, iron, hair dryer, all the normal room things they offer there. So, but one thing that extra that is pretty cool is they do offer the park and cruise. So you can park your car there for up to 7 days or for 7, nights while you're on the cruise. And it's actually very reasonable. It is only about, depending on what time of year, but it's about it averages about $50 or more onto your price than if you weren't using the park and cruise and you were just staying in the same room. So, which is not bad considering you would pay a lot more than that at the port to park. So they do not offer a shuttle service though, so you will need to have to shuttle to the port or taxi or Uber to the port because they don't offer a shuttle service. But other than that, it sounds like a great option, and and the price really is a little more upscale, but the prices weren't bad. Some of the prices I checked were kind of right in line there with some of these other hotels that I mentioned earlier. So not bad, and it's a little more upscale. It's right there in the heart of the French Quarter. Great location. Now, one thing, if you do not use the park and cruise option and you just need to park there for the night, it is about it's $38 for the night. So that's a little pricey there. So, and they do that is valet parking as well. They only offer valet. They don't have self-parking. So with that being said, there is another great option for a park and cruise. It is right there in the heart of New Orleans, the heart of the French Quarter in New Orleans on Royal Street, the Wyndham French Quarter.